Come on, teams. You've got it. Keep going. Keep going.
No fixed, yeah.
Yeah. So, although we're not running today, let's talk about the half marathon we did at Edinburgh. We only ran a 1 hour 34. The goal was 1 hour 30, or 1 hour 29:59 seconds. So, I don't think it was a case of what went wrong. It was just a case of, you know, did I prepare for it properly? Well, probably not, because my PR in the half marathon is 1 hour 32, 8 seconds, which we did in Tokyo when we were back in March, and that was obviously with the toilet break of 50 seconds. So that would have been comfortably in the 1:31. So we're really looking at finding performance of about 1 minute and 20 seconds to break the 1 hour 30. With the downhill course at Edinburgh, it should have been done. So my strategy for the first 10k was to run 4 minutes and 5 seconds average pace, minutes per kilometre that is, and that would have allowed me then to run the rest of the race at about 4:20, 4:25 minutes per kilometre and comfortably come in under that. But although the first couple of kilometres was a bit of a struggle, I found out that after that I didn't have so much energy, and really I would say in preparation I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, decided to drive up so I didn't need to pay the hotel fee, so that meant that till 8 o'clock when the race started you're looking at about 5.5 hours being up awake. And normally I like to get you, especially if it's a long run or a hard workout, I'd like to get that done within a couple of hours or so of actually waking up. So that probably went against me, starting to use up my energy obviously with the drive up and staying awake and getting up earlier than we would do normally, and just keeping the body going at that time. That was probably one of the main flaws in it. I'm not saying I couldn't do it again and wake up at 2:30, drive up and have another go. Of course I could. I think eventually I would crack it if I did it enough times. And then obviously the first 2 kilometres was a bit of a struggle with the crowding. Wasn't that good in terms of getting my gels right. Pretty much on a half marathon I'll do it the same every time, you know, probably about 8k, 13 or 14k for the second gel, and then the third gel about 17, 18k, and just kind of, so when I say 13 or 14 or 17 or 18, it goes on feel, so when I start feeling like a bit of energy I might take a little bit earlier than that. So I can't complain with strategy. Played it safe using the Morton gels rather than trying something else again as well. But by half distance, or even before that really, I just feel I couldn't have it. Once we got down on the flats at about 8k, 9k, I was wanting to hold 40-15 pace. I couldn't get anywhere near it, to be honest, without feeling like my legs were really burning. And it's probably more so not the legs but the heart. Didn't have the power, and that's the kind of feeling you get. It just felt like the energy wasn't there in the heart in terms of when I'm running at night. You see me doing the evening runs on the quayside. If you check me out on Strava, those kind of runs I tend to do them slower than at a harder pace. Have a look at this. Fantastic view, isn't it? So if I was going to do it again, would I do the same strategy again? I don't know. Probably not. Probably I would get the hotel and stay overnight, and then, you know, be able to get up at like kind of 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that and get yourself over to the start line and have a better shot at doing the race. On the other hand, our Tokyo half marathon PR, standing at 1 hour 32, is really good. I'm really happy with that, and it's quite nice that that's going to stand a little bit longer rather than doing it and then breaking it straight away onto something else. So I'd like to remember that PR for a while. So obviously the next race we've got will be well, back up at home at doing the Great North Run again. Elevation profile. We're always interested in that, aren't we? So was it difficult to get into my rhythm at the start? I don't think so. Even with that 2 kilometers, it was a little bit slow than what I thought I could go. I mean, really, it was pretty much almost to what I planned anyway. It just felt slow because it was so steeply downhill. I could have gone a lot quicker, but I didn't really lose that much time, and the rhythm wasn't that difficult to get into. It was a bit of a rush, obviously, with the toilet issue. Toilets, there's like 10 cubicles with a queue of about, like, I don't know, 200 people, about 500 meters, maybe more people than that. Obviously the queue kept growing, people kept trying to get to it. So I think I came out of the toilet queue with about 15 minutes to go to the start line, so it was okay for me, but for other people I think it was a bit more difficult. But of course, a big event like that, it's really difficult for an organisation to prepare it and get it right. And I think also we've had a situation where we've come back out of COVID. They ran the marathon for the first time last year. I think it was the first time they did it since COVID, and then they moved the start to somewhere else. So maybe the organisation wasn't as good as it could have been, but let's not blame Edinburgh too much for that, or the Edinburgh Marathon Festival. Temperature wise, I think maybe it was a little bit hot, just a few degrees, but you can't really complain at that. Obviously you'd always prefer it to be a bit more in your favour, but you can never get it perfect. I remember the first time I registered for the race in Edinburgh, that was cancelled in 2020 for COVID, of course, and it was going to be 50-mile-an-hour winds on the actual day that the race should have taken place. So you've always got to be, you know, in Edinburgh can be a windy place, and we were sat there with somewhere between 5 and 10-mile-an-hour winds with a nice cool breeze on it. So, alright, so this has been a good trip around the Glen Finnan Viaduct area. More to come on the channel, a lot more running content, a lot of races coming up through the year. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.